And we are live. Hi. So, today we are going to be playing a game from my childhood, Lego Rock Raider, or as it is known, a landslide has occurred. Or in this case, it's going to be a remake of the game, which is called Manic Miners. In case you're wondering why the screen is completely black, is because I have not yet started the game. The intro cutscene only plays when you start up the game, so I had to do it like this. Because unfortunately, the game does not explain what little story it has very well. But a bit of background in regard to Lego Rock Raider. Um, there are not really any. Most of the story is visual, there's not really any dialogue in the intro cutscene, so I can talk about over it without any issue. Lego Rock Raider was a I forget the name of it. A set of Lego toys that came out in the 90s. Look at when exactly? Let me check. It's open somewhere. No, I can't find it. But long story short, it came out a fairly long time ago, and as far as I know, Lego Rock Raider the game was the very first, or one of the very first games to be released as a tie-in with a Lego set. It's a fairly good game, to be perfectly honest. At least I think so. It depends on who you ask. Yeah, it comes up in the story, I think. Like, if I remember correctly, you can get a cutscene where Chiefs just blasts away with his arm. It's kind of nice. Unfortunately, since I've clicked off of the screen, I cannot click back into the game, or the cutscene is going to be skipped. But yeah, the game itself, this one came out in 1999 on the PC version. There was a PS1 version that came out a year after, but it is a completely different game. And from what I've heard, a not so great game either. And as you can see here, the story of the game is fairly simple. The L.M.S, which is Lego something ship, instead of the HMS, is L.M.S Explorer. Is the ship upon which the Rock Raider team, which is a team of explorers that kind of survey the entire universe, just ends up getting sucked into just a random wormhole that is just there for some reason. And now they have no energy, so they must find, as we can see here, energy crystals in order to be able to just go back home. Yeah, Lego Mining Ship does sound right. We'll go over how the gameplay works, but in terms of the game, I had a lot very fond memories of it. I remember playing it as a kid and being somewhat scared of just playing the game for the most part. Uh, huh. Okay, that's annoying. Huh. The fuck is it? Hmm. Hold on. Did my screen die? Okay, I don't know why, but my main screen did just really not like me clicking off of the Rock Raider window during the intro and decided, you know what? No, you don't get to click back on. I just had a black screen, I couldn't see anything, so I guess I'm restarting the game. Huh? And I will just zap the intro cutscene. But yes, the game came out in 1999. I don't remember exactly when I started playing it, but I do remember that I only played a few missions and I just could not deal with the stress of one of the mechanics that is introduced fairly early in game, the oxygen meter, and never got to the end. I also was not very good at the game. But this is a remake, and I have already cleared the entire campaign. I started playing it in order to see if I still like the game and if it was actually good for a stream. And yeah, I couldn't stop. I played it for 8.5 hours. It would have been much faster if not for a few issues with the game that unfortunately make it go from a pretty damn good game for the time to a not so great one. But yes, Manic Miners is a remake of the game. It adds a few things, which includes 3 new campaigns. Hello. Yeah, it's like one of the very first Lego games, and arguably one of the best. So something in the game in itself is a mix between something akin to like the Dungeon Keeper games. And I think it will be better to show things later. I'm just resetting the entire campaign just so we can go over things.
The L.M.S Explorer has been slightly damaged due to low power and is not working properly. A team of rock raiders has been teleported into the wrong cavern and they need to find their way back to the tool store. Drill through the cavern walls and once you've found it, start our mining operation by collecting 5 energy crystals.
Look, it's a really good game when you get into it. So, this is a game where you control rock raiders. In this case, we control Sparks, a miner, and me. So this is something that was added in this game. You can have specific, or at least I'm pretty sure it was added in the game. You can have specific like rock raiders. In my case, I tried to make myself look like a Zaku. Yeah. Whether or not I succeeded, that's an entirely different question. But yes, in theory, I am Zaku. As for the rest of the game, well, it's a mining game. You just tell your characters to go mine. Yes. The game has a fair few annoying mechanics. One of them are the spiders. However, it has other annoying things. One of them is gameplay. Random crashes. The original game was kind of shit in terms of coding. It would crash every 40 seconds. 40 minutes, rather. This game has that. It is a very... Honestly, it's a really impressive remake. Like, you can tweak everything. For instance, you can enable random crashes, which is about 40 minutes or so. Or you can have your miners have little bubbles above their head that tells you what they're doing. Oxygen drain, which is not currently a case problem in this case. You can just jack it to 400%. Erosion rate is something that I am probably going to lower at some point, because it's really fucking annoying. It's basically, it's not on this map, but on certain maps where there's lava, the lava is slowly going to encroach on the land and just eat up land. Really annoying. Landslide is something that you're going to hear about very often, because landslides happen all the time. And every time one of them happens, there's a little voiceover telling you a landslide has occurred. It's really annoying. You have no idea. Most spawn rate is monster. Same for the strength. Slugs are a bit different than monster. They drain your energy crystals and are annoying. And the strength is how much HP you have. But yes. Personally, I think the amount of customization you have in this game just shows how much the people remaking it absolutely adored the game. For the most part, I am going to play with the basic setup. Don't you start, we're going to hear that often enough. But since this is a remake, and now we have like rock raiders that are just a constant thing, I have a pool of them I can use right now, but we go after this mission. We go over the rock raider creation, and I think that's fun.
Now collect 5 energy crystals.
Because it's a fairly in-depth creation option, editor, calendar creator. I can talk, I swear. And maybe not for this stream, but my idea that I'm going to make Rock Raider out of the people watching the stream. Usually your mission is to find those green crystals, energy crystals, and they're kind of everywhere. And this specific remake, just gaining energy crystals like this will give you energy crystal credits, which can then be spent in the shop. What's in the shop? We'll see that in a second. And we're done. It took us 2 minutes. It would have gone faster if I had summoned people, but I didn't, so yeah, you know. And once we're finished for a mission, everybody is brought up into this guy.
Well done. You got all 5 energy crystals.
Now we go to manage the crew. There are 2 types of miners. The first type of miners are the unique ones, who are Axel, Bandit, Chief, Dogs, Jet, and Sparks. Those miners are actual, like, members of the Rock Raider sets. Oh yeah, no, I know you can build a full base. I just wanted to move on, since that mission isn't exactly the most interesting one. But yeah, you can. So there are. So those are just the characters that are part of the Rock Raider set. but then you can create your own miners. We're gonna do just that. Where do I... yeah. So the way this works, that you can select accessories from headgear, which can be kind of anything you've unlocked, including the visor if it's necessary. You can also add some test set or front things, and then you can just click on other part of the Lego in order to modify them. And then you can paint. For example, if I select this, I can decide to paint it red, or to paint it skin colored, or to make it metallic, or to make it transparent. Ooh. As for what energy credits are and how you unlock more parts, you go to Chief's Corner. I've bought every accessories because I figured that was the most important thing to buy. This is the big customization thing. But you can buy like faces, prints specifically. I also bought prints for those two. So yeah.
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so. I don't know, honestly. I would not be surprised if they were, considering, you know, this face and that guy's face. Peters, I think. But all I know is that for all of the prints, for all of the Lego prints until I think 1999 are here. It said as I think it said as much on the like itch.io page of the game, which is free. This is a free game. But yeah, right now we're not gonna build up our Rock Reader group, but I think in the long run I will try to make some more Rock Riders, just to represent people that watch the stream. But now back to the campaign. We've done the first mission.
Trouble.
Now let's start doing some more missions.
Okay, Rock Raider, we must...
Like I said, if the prints came out before the game came out originally, it's probably in that list.
Build another section of power path next to the teleport pad. When you have collected enough energy crystals and ore, construct the power station. Be very careful, Rock Raider. The walls of the cavern are unstable and may need reinforcing.
Behold, the first map in which we have landslides.
A landslide has occurred.
Did you know a landslide has occurred?
Teleport Rock Raider to planet.
Oh, that's hard rock, right. So the idea is when there are landslides happening, you are supposed to reinforce them. Reinforce the walls, rather. Only walls that you can drill or destroy rather, can have landslide occurring. Hard rocks, dirt, loose rocks can be reinforced because they can be drilled or destroyed. Solid rocks are not a drillable rock, so it is considered that it doesn't trigger landslides. Personally, I never really reinforce walls. It's not that I think it's useless, but usually you don't really need to, in
An
that
energy crystal has been found.
the landslides are usually far away from the main path or the place you're working on, that you don't really need to reinforce anything. However, in this specific map, you do kind of need to reinforce stuff in order to make sure it doesn't damage your character too much. As we can see them here, they are currently bringing up ore. So this thing here is called the path to power. It wasn't here a second ago. You can tell your rock raiders to create path to powers. Path to powers are basically just paths. It's a road. Rock raiders that work on them are going to be going much faster. I probably should build more of them, but I don't really build many of them. What you can also do is upgrade buildings that are already built and build new buildings. In this case, a teleport pad. Teleport pads are basically the second building you're always going to create. Each building has requirements. In this case, for the super teleporter, it requires a level 2 tool store, a level 2 small teleporter, teleport pad rather, a level 2 power station, which is currently our goal. Our goal is to create a power station. And a level 2 super station. Super stations are very important because in later maps, you're on borrowed time, literally. You have only have a set amount of oxygen and you need to complete the mission before the oxygen supplies run out. Except super station can give you enough air to it says here enough air for 10 miners, which means that as long as you have 9 miners, the oxygen levels here is going to go up. But if you grab 10, oxygen is going to stagnate.
An energy crystal has been found.
Something I kind of find interesting and do appreciate about this game is that it does not lock the shadow view. It does not lock anything behind progression. We're on the second mission. If we find enough stuff, we can just build the entire base. We're just fine. We have the entire base and we're done. I'm not, because I don't think there's enough energy crystals for that, but you know, it's something you can do. And then you can also build vehicles. We'll go over them later. But
I hate spiders.
And something else to know is that your characters need food. If they can't eat, this is what happens. They just stop in place and go, "Oh, I need food." Something else to know that the game does not tell you is this. Create me a path of power here, please. Or rather, it doesn't explicitly tell it to you.
You call, Chief?
The game is a bit obtuse on certain fronts. But you see, the tool store is where everybody drops their stuff off. But for what's here, it's a pain in the ass to go over there.
An energy crystal has been found.
Tool store do not cost any resource to teleport. So something you're kind of supposed to do is just create a random path of power near your current mining operation and just have the tool store drop down, and from there you can just eat. Rather, you can just get everything there because everything is pooled in the same pool. So that means if they drop stuff from in here, it can be grabbed here, and vice versa. This is not something the game really tells you, and it's kind of really annoying on a specific map where I took ages to progress properly because I didn't know that, since the game did not tell me, and I just went, oh my god, that would have made if everything so much easier. Why? Why didn't you say as much? In the same vein, yeah, pretty much. That's the main issue. I was doing a mission where you had to travel over water, and the game does not handle water well. Let's just say it like it is. The game does not like water. It's very difficult to, if something is on land, it's very difficult to take it, bring it into your watercraft, and then bring it to another part of the map. Which made that mission absolutely miserable. But knowing this makes everything a lot easier because you can just create a random path to like power path here, and now they just drop everything here. Of course, they're just are still going to come here in order to grab food because that's where I build the stuff. But yeah, you know. And time to complete the mission. That's basically what I wanted to go over in this case. And there are a few other little tricks in this. One of them is in regard to slugs. We are not going to encounter them anytime soon. Oh, I completely forgot to mention those little two bars. Here is building power priority. Once you have your power station built, buildings will need powering. You can set the priority level. For example, if you don't have enough energy crystal, because each building costs 1 energy crystal to power. So with the 5 we have here, we could power 5 buildings. So this is the priority, power priority. Honestly, I've never found it important to tweak. It makes a lot of sense to me, except maybe this one. I probably would put it lower, but yeah, who really cares? What's really important are the open priorities. You can control your rock raiders, tell them, oh yeah, you need to do this, this, and that.
Way to go! You constructed a power station.
I'm gonna keep playing just so I can finish explaining. But sometimes you want them you designate a bunch of tasks, and you want them to do different tasks first. You just tell them, oh yeah, clear all of those debris, but first maybe reinforce those walls. That's where you can tweak things. In this case, I have it. If there's an energy crystal somewhere, you grab it first. And if there's a vehicle that's not used, you go on. That's the second thing you're supposed to do. You go on it, and so on and so forth. You're probably going to see me tweak this a lot. Options, it just gives you a quick amount of options. I thought ambient lightning and stuff like that was a lot higher. I don't know why. Did I not? An issue with this game is that it gets very dark very quickly. Yeah. I honestly thought I tweaked the lightning. Never mind. Which is a bit annoying at times. And yeah, we're still going to talk about the action stations. Action station is something I use a lot. just so I can see better, honestly. When you activate them, it means all of your rock raiders that have a gun are on high alert and will just run towards the first enemy that spawns and just gun it down. The game does not tell you, does tell you about action station, but it does not tell you that you have to take your miners. You have to go to the tool menu and you have to tell them to get a laser beam or a gun or whatever it is that's necessary in order to be able to shoot things. Otherwise, they don't. And they just go about their business while they are doing while there's the action station, which is why I used it for light mostly, because it gives me better lighting, and my characters were not going for the monsters, so I did not understand how that worked. But now that they all have guns, you see an exclamation point above their head. If a monster or slug were to spawn, they would just run for it and shoot it. And usually what I have in missions where I can do it is I have like a squad of 10 or so miners with guns, and the rest does not have gun, and I go on action station all the time, and as soon as a monster or slug spawn, they just go for it and murder it. But yeah, that's enough for this mission. Let's get going to the next. Since this is very much the start of the game, I'm going to explain maybe a bit more than I should, since I do feel like it's a game that's worth explaining.
The cavern floor is covered with fallen rocks and boulders. We must establish Rock Raider HQ and begin our mining operation. But first, we must reinforce the walls and clear the debris from the floor. Once the cavern is secure, continue our mining operation by collecting 5 energy crystals.
You got it, Chief.
5 energy crystals. Teleport Rock Raider to planet. Loose rock. A landslide has power drop.
I will admit that on this there are three type sets. This cavern, the ice cavern, and the magma cavern. I am pretty bad at telling, at least on this one, what is loose rocks and hard rock. Dirt is easy to tell. As you can guess, as you can probably guess, loose rock is going to take longer to mine than dirt, and hard rock is going to take longer to mine than loose rock. So much so that you can't actually mine hard rock. You need to go up with a stick of dynamite or have a vehicle for it.
Loose rock. Loose rock. Loose rock. A landslide has occurred.
As you can see, since reinforcing is all at the bottom, not really doing it. So if I click on the button, now they are all going to start doing it. As soon as they finish their current task. They do not drop the task that they are currently doing in order to go work on something else. They will finish their task and then move on to the new one. And no matter how much like rubble there is here, even if I were to prioritize it to the top, since I haven't designated the rubble on the ground as something to be cleared, they will not be working on it until they have finished all of the tasks I've asked them to do.
2 energy crystals.
So this is something to keep in mind. You do need to know what to prioritize, when to tell them to do this or that. As for clearing rubbles is important for a number of reasons. First, when your miners work on rubble, as you can see, they go much slower. Which, when they are transporting something, means they move about as fast as a snail. The other reason is...
I'm busy.
I think this one was...
An energy crystal has
I think this one was a wall before. So, You can see ore. When you destroy walls, ore is going to spawn. However,
An energy crystal has been
cleaning
found.
up rubble will spawn more ore for you to use. You really don't have to be worried about running out of ore. It is fucking everywhere. And in missions where there's just a bunch of walls to mine, you're going to be drowning in ore, which is one of the reasons why usually you want it at a fairly high priority of you need to gather that, but after a while you can just drop it all the way at the bottom because you have just so much ore, you don't need
Go to
anymore.
buildings menu.
Actually, what are my objectives? I don't even know how I managed to complete my objectives, but I've managed it. You know what? Sure. I'll take it.
Rubble.
Oh, I didn't know that they moved faster in Rebels.
Cavern was secured and all 5 energy.
But yeah, that does make sense.
Hold up. A breath of fresh air.
And now we are going to do a breath of fresh air, which was basically the mission I never did when I was a kid.
Okay, Rock Raider, this is a tough mission. The air in the evacuated caverns is being quickly used up. We must urgently construct a support station to supply more air. Use the tool store to transport down some more Rock Raiders to assist you in building the support station. Warning, the more Rock Raiders you transport down to help, the faster your air supply will run out.
As he just said, you have a limited
Your
air supply,
running out.
and it's running out, which means that if we spawn one dude, we have 1 hour and 40 minutes in order to just finish the map. If we teleport another dude, 49 minutes, and so on and so forth. Personally, I usually have 6 or so guys. It's generally enough. I don't need any more than that.
A landslide has occurred.
An energy crystal has been found.
You don't really want 10 dudes, because the oxygen is going to run out very quickly.
A landslide has occurred. Tool store.
That should be
A landslide has occurred.
just above mining. So I'm not going to go any further than that because I don't need to for now. I want to get my air supply done. Well, good to know. I never really had much of an issue with rock monsters after I understood how the fuck you're supposed to just get guns. Okay, so that's done. You can make one here. Like put it here, that should be good.
An energy crystal has been found.
Okay, okay.
Landslide has occurred.
You are going to be here.
A landslide has occurred.
And we do have building things high. And now you can see why I don't really bother with reinforcing walls. All of the landslide happening are over there, and that's just not a place that's important for me right now.
Landslide has occurred.
I'm taking this.
A landslide has occurred.
I'm going to drill those because I'm going to need a bit more energy crystals in order to be able to build the space station. Yeah, they did as well when I was a kid, but now that I'm an adult, I don't really have an issue with them. I just find them more of an annoyance than anything. The game itself is not what I would call tough. It's not easy, but it's not difficult either once you
An energy crystal
know
has
the
been
game's
found.
secrets and little tricks. And I forgot that I should probably be gathering a lot more
An energy
ore.
crystal has been found.
This is why keeping an eye on your priorities is
A
important.
landslide has occurred.
Our gathering was one of the lowest ones, so they were just not going to do it
A
at all.
landslide has occurred.
Which is a problem because we
Another
need
great building.
not just this building, but also the energy base at level 2 in order to be able to make the... And you know, I shouldn't have built it like this, never mind. In order to be able to make the
A
support station.
landslide has occurred.
Right, building should be my first priority. Because if
A landslide
collecting ore is important, but if there's just ore laying around and construction is one of the highest priorities, they will just grab the ore in order to bring them to the construction site. And usually you kind of have to juggle between those two if you want to grab a bunch of ore. And right now they were grabbing ore, but they weren't actually building the building because it was a lower priority. Oh, and also you can just disable a priority, so you don't have to worry about that. I'm moving at here, so 16 minutes.
Teleport operator to planet.
Seems,
Power trap.
crystals.
An energy
Power
crystal
station.
has been found.
I need 3.
Teleport operator.
I'm going to summon more rock raiders. So having a small teleporter means you more teleport pads, rather, be them small or big, means you can bring in more rock raiders at once.
An energy crystal has been found.
Nice. That is exactly what I needed.
An energy crystal has been found.
In this case, like I said, I probably should have built a power path here and tool
Tool store.
I wanted to say tool
An energy
tool
crystal
shop
has been found.
in order to bring the stuff here faster, but
An energy crystal has been found.
Solid rock.
I didn't show it, but when you're building something, when it's green like this, it means you can build it. The terrain is flat enough because I guess we're not dealing with uneven terrain yet. Oh no,
An
there we
energy
go.
crystal has
Some
been
terrain is not even enough and you can't build on it. In this case, that's what the red X is telling you. You can't build it here. However, in this case, the orange thing says you need a power path. You can only build buildings when that connector is next to a power path. So here, for example. That's kind of something that just comes naturally after you play for a while, so I didn't think to mention it.
Solid rock.
And as you may guess, you can speed up the game.
A landslide. Solid rock.
It's not necessarily the best idea, but you can do it.
Solid rock.
Right. That's why they weren't taking care of that. Well, I still win, so well done, Rock Rider. As it stands, you can spend more time on the maps in order to mine them out completely.
Built us a
As it stands, since I've already done this campaign and I'm trying to kind of move things along, I'm not gonna do that. I'm going to move through the missions, I wouldn't say at a breakneck pace, but faster, so that once we're done with the standard one, the original one, we move to the remastered campaign. Battles mode and classic, I don't know if we're going to do, but I would like to at least do the remastered one.
A new cavern has been found, so we must begin to build Rock Raiders HQ. Unfortunately, recent earthquakes in this area have made the cavern walls very dangerous. Secure the area by reinforcing the cavern walls to prevent cave-ins. Once this has been done, continue with the mining operation and collect 5 more energy crystals.
In all honesty, this is exactly the same as the first mission with the rock slides. And our objective is quite simple: drill or reinforce walls.
Teleport Rock Raider to planet. Teleport a landslide.
And since we don't have to worry about air, just teleport everything at once.
A landslide has occurred. Priority.
Loose rock.
Yeah, those were loose.
A new cavern has been discovered.
A landslide has occurred.
Power drop.
Okay, so that's actually hard work.
An energy crystal has been found.
Arm the troops.
A landslide has occurred.
Yeah. So landslide can hurt quite a bit.
Power drop.
It...
Build a landslide has occurred.
yeah,
Tool store.
yeah, the tooltips are pretty neat.
A landslide has occurred.
Most of them are a bit trite, but yeah, I
Power
kind of forgot that was one you could
A landslide
run into.
has occurred.
Canteen. Canteen.
Okay, canteen, and build you here. And so something of note, you can build buildings next to power. You just need power path next to buildings. They don't have to be powered power paths, which is something that's fairly important to keep in mind. I mean, otherwise you wouldn't be able to just build any of the anything, because
A
the small teleport pad is not powered and you need it in order to build the power station, which is kind of weird if you ask me.
A landslide has occurred.
Right, I'm done. They are not reinforcing the wall first.
Should hold it.
It's tool time. Reinforcing the wall.
Which is entirely why people kept dying.
Go to buildings menu.
Canteen.
Teleport pad.
A new cavern has been discovered. Power drop.
Hard rock.
This wall get reinforced. Out. A landslide has occurred.
A landslide has occurred.
A landslide has occurred.
And if you're wondering in terms of spiders, wait. Creator interaction, you can just set them to squish, which means your miners just going to squish the spiders and not going to just sleep.
You
Which
have
is
landslided one too many times.
makes things a bit.
Loose rock. Loose rock. Loose rock.
Never mind, it seems it doesn't work. I was about to say which makes things a bit faster.
Teleport pad.
Teleport pod.
Docks.
Docks. Canteen.
A landslide has occurred.
Landslide has occurred. And so, ironically, the soundtrack in this game is good. And weirdly enough, it kind of reminds me of Splatoon music. Not a much more chill than Splatoon music, but it does kind of remind me of it. It's very, very weird.
Power pad.
yeah, this is why having like
Rock
made rock raiders is nice, because
Oh.
this is just a regular ass miner. He's not going to speak, but when you create rock raiders, you can tell them to have one of the canon rock raiders voice packs, in which case they are going to just speak.
Loose rock.
Canteen.
Power station.
Power station. Come on. Damn it.
An energy crystal has been found.
I don't think I have the space to make this, so I could just bring me the crystals, I guess. Okay, never mind. I was going to create the tool store, but I don't think that's needed anymore.
A landslide has occurred.
Yeah.
Reinforced wall.
It's good music.
Priorities.
Rubble be gone.
Okay, this is heavier than it looks.
So I swear I recognize the voices, but I don't know where from.
Look what I found.
Well, hey!
Hard rock.
Hard rock. Just like any game of this type, the first few missions are kind of uninteresting, I would say.
Hold up. Okay, Rock Raider. Another teleporter malfunction has left one of our vehicles stranded in a nearby cavern. You must recover the lost vehicle, but to reach it you will have to blast your way through some hard rock. Train a Rock Raider to use his dynamite by upgrading the tool store to level 2 and sending him there. Once he has been trained, use dynamite to blast your way through the hard rock in order to find the missing vehicle. When the vehicle has been found, train a Rock Raider as a driver at the support station and return the vehicle to Rock Raider's HQ.
Gotcha. So now we know that this mechanic has been introduced. I'm going to speak about training. When you hover above your mouse around a Rock Raider, you see like this little screen, pop-up rather, tooltip. The
Building. Rock Raider.
the yellow icons are what your Rock Raider is trained in. I believe it is driving, repairing, something I can't tell what it is, flying, sailing, and explosives. Bob-Tidoo here is trained in all of those and is level 5. Level 5 is the highest level a Rock Raider can be. Normally, you're supposed to train your Rock Raiders through a mission in order to reach this level. In his case, I don't know the specifics exactly, but he just gained those levels. I used him the first time I did the campaign. And below those licenses or training, you have the tools he has on hand. So if I tell him to grab a shovel, which I'm going to need soon,
Tool store. Rock
he now has a shovel in his inventory.
Rock
On top of the drill, you can have five tools. Oh, neat. And that's what this does. I'm not going to lie, I never understood geology and never really paid it much attention. Probably to the detriment of my game, but the minimap isn't what I would call great in this game. So this is also our introduction to vehicles. At first I didn't really think vehicles were that important.
Solid rock.
That was a massive mistake on my part.
Solid rock.
An energy crystal has
Even
been
the
found.
most basic of basic vehicles, the scouts are not particularly important.
Tunnel scout.
But the small transport truck, the humble small
An
transport
energy
truck,
crystal has
is
been
like the
found.
most important, one of the most important vehicles you can get in the game. Not having it not having it on hand is like a
An energy
massive
crystal
mistake.
has been found.
Tool store.
And I was doing this so I could make a tool star.
Teleport pad.
An energy
Teleport
crystal has
pad.
been found.
Build power path.
Canteen.
Canteen.
Rubble.
I didn't submit it in the right place.
Power path.
Power preference thing here.
A landslide has
I'm taking
occurred.
this with me.
I swear that voice
Landslide has occurred.
reminds me of
Hard rock.
like someone on Team 4 Star.
Hard rock.
Landslide has occurred.
But I don't think that's...
An energy
That,
crystal
that
has
doesn't
been
feel
found.
right, because I'm pretty sure those voices come from like the original game, so this is very weird to me.
A landslide has occurred.
Anyway, I'm going to make a
New
canteen
cavern has
here,
been discovered.
A
and then
landslide has
this.
occurred.
Oh, hey, check this out.
And I'm gonna do this because I built it to the wrong place. And I'm going to make a power path here.
A landslide has occurred.
Yes.
Teleport pad.
Look what I found.
Look what she found.
A landslide has occurred. A landslide has occurred.
We did here, perfect.
Tool store.
This tool store, I can not know what to do. I wanted
Unit
to
teleported
summon
safely.
it back up.
Cannot upgrade building. Upgrade building.
So honestly, I could have left the tool store right there. It wouldn't have done much of anything, but
Really?
and now that it's level 3, I have access to
Hard rock.
dynamite.
Hard
I said dynamite.
My legs.
Oh, I didn't see
Landslide
that
has
one.
occurred.
Hard rock.
Cardio is the worst.
Hard rock.
Oh, sorry, Mark. Okay, I can blow it off.
That should hold it. Solid rock. Solid rock.
So dropping a spot of dynamite is going to cause your rock raiders to just run away in fear.
A new cavern has been discovered.
A landslide has occurred.
Easy there.
Rock Raider.
Okay, Chief, you can handle those
my
things.
favorite.
Priority.
pretty sure he could just pilot it, but I guess not.
Landslide has occurred.
So instead I'm just going to send myself to do it.
Solid rock.
Yeah, the canteen is just where people grab food.
Solid rock.
Something to keep in mind, however, in terms of the canteen,
A landslide has occurred.
is that, in all honesty,
Solid rock.
excuse me, it's fairly redundant. What I mean by that is that certain smaller mining operations that's distributing sandwiches to keep your miner fed and healthy, self-powered. That's useful. It's self-powered, which means you can just build it early and not have to worry about having a power station to power it. However,
Support station.
support station, what it does not tell you is that the support station also provides sandwiches. If you build a support station, you have no need for a canteen. And when the canteen takes free space of space,
Building.
whoops,
Support
a support station is usually better to have.
Solid rock.
Comes later in the game, I don't really build the canteen.
mission com-
Though now that I mention it, I'm pretty sure the canteen would be fairly useful for the same sort of stuff I've been doing with the tool store. Just you drop one of them next to a tool store that's fairly far away, so that your guys can just come and grab sandwiches without having to worry about powering a super station right next to it.
Search and rescue. Breathless. Are you ready for some more action? One of our rock
I'm gonna do
raiders
that one
become
first.
lost while exploring distant caverns at the end of an underground river. Establish the Rock Raider HQ by building a teleport pad, power station, and support station. Once you have achieved this, upgrade the teleport pad to level 2 and transport down a tunnel scout. Send a Rock Raider to the teleport pad to train as a pilot, then take the tunnel scout and explore the river until you find the missing Rock Raider.
Yes, they're incredibly powerful, but I never use them.
Teleport in your Rock Raider team
Because they
and
are
find
very
as many
wanted to
energy
use.
crystals as you can. When
Oh,
you have
that
enough,
is my
construct
experience.
your power station.
So, this specific mission has a ton of energy crystal seams on top of the water, which makes them a pain in the ass to collect.
Teleport Rock Raider to planet.
Yeah, pretty much. That's why I just realized you could use the super station like this. And so if I take a while to
An energy
respond to
crystal has been
messages,
found.
it seems like there is a fairly big delay. I'm not sure why. Never quite figured out why there's such a massive delay, but eh.
An energy crystal has been found.
Build power path.
An energy crystal has been found.
So we're also going to discover something that's really nice about power paths.
Go to buildings menu.
An energy
When
crystal
it
has
says it needs a connector, what it doesn't, what's not really obvious, is that if I build a power station here that powers both of those things,
Tool store.
something that's connected to, I could build a power path here, and then build something else on those two squares here, and it would still get power just fine. Buildings are technically built on power paths.
An energy crystal has been
No,
found.
that's not what I intended.
Increase priority.
Yes.
Increase priority level.
This mission does not have a lot of landslides, so I don't really have to worry about that. I am probably going to be a bit greedy and grab most of those energy seams.
Where's the loader dozer?
Hey, speaking of which.
Now construct a teleport pad.
Teleport pad is going to be here.
Go to buildings menu.
Goes in for the ducks. Yeah, sure.
You're coming with me.
And you're gonna see exactly what I mean. The connector says it has to be next to a power pad. It has to be the connector has to be next to a path of power. It can't be next to the path to the same to a building's connector, which is a bit annoying. But by making the power path right next to it, we can do that. It counts. Yeah, yeah.
Where's the loader dozer? Get this arm fixed.
Priorities.
And in this case, there's all of the ores. If you're wondering why the building isn't showing up, you do need the planks, barriers, to be there in order for the building to teleport down. So while I will bring the ore to the designated spots, even without construction being high on the list, I will not bring the barriers. It has happened to me once or twice that I had a building that was just done, and it just was not showing up. And I did not know why. Except, yeah, no, that's because I
Power station.
didn't tell them to bring the barriers. They weren't bringing the barriers, and as such,
Building.
I could not actually build the building. It was quite annoying.
Tunnel scout.
Now, the Tunnel Scout is a small helicopter that can fly above water, which is nice. Something the Tunnel Scout can also do is that you can... you can upgrade it to be able to drive walls, albeit at a slow rate. What it cannot do is have any cargo on it. In order to deal with that, that's why we have the Rapid Rider. Rapid Rider is the exact same thing as a small transport truck, but over water.
Tunnel scout.
However, as we teleport it, the Tunnel Scout is not going to be able to drill anything. What we need to do in
Now you
order
can
to
construct your support station.
deal with that
You
is
collect more
the
energy.
upgrade station. The upgrade station is where you upgrade all of your vehicles. It's a fairly important building. And by fairly important, I mean one of the most important buildings in the game. Because, man,
Recharge seam.
vehicles are kind of shit if you don't upgrade them. To give the example of this small transport truck, it can carry 3 resources, which isn't bad, but upgraded, it can carry 6 of them, which is much better, and it just zooms. Faster than...
Now train a pilot for your tunnel scout. When you have
It
done
is
this,
incredibly
land
quick.
further down the river and fly your rock raider there.
And now we build this. And we tell this idiot to drill this. Except we realize something that's a pain in the ass with the Tunnel Scouts. You can designate some spot for drilling, but Tunnel Scouts will not drill them willingly. You have to specifically tell them, go drill this. Please, I beg of you. Ah, hey, I can add a drill on this guy. I didn't realize that. Neat. They don't have enough carbon hold for this. Oops. Yeah, that's not what I wanted to do. You know what, fuck it.
Hard rock.
Hard rocks, huh? Okay, upgrade this, that's level 3. Somebody blows this shit up.
Good show.
And this as well. And yes, you're wondering, yes, you can in fact destroy your own buildings. I've not done it many times, but you can. And it's very embarrassing when you do.
An energy crystal has been found. Here we are.
Power station.
As you can hear, see my power station took quite a bit of beating. Sure, I can do this.
You must be getting close to the missing rock raider now. Land the tunnel scout, drill some of the walls, and see what you find.
A new cavern has been discovered.
And we just have another right here.
An energy crystal has been found.
Can you do this
It looks
right
like he
here,
passed this
one?
way. We can't be far from him now. Look, it's his hover scout. He must have been trapped somewhere near here.
Oh, you upgrade yourself.
Water.
Right this instant, young man. So the problem that I was talking about with was a vehicle that he can't grab the crystal. The crystal is too far in lane. He cannot grab it. Yay! So, in order to deal with that issue, there are two ways to do this. Either you go in the building menu, you go all the way down the tech tree, and you create a tunnel transport, which is your biggest vehicle. It flies over everything. It's basically an oversized tunnel scout that cannot drill, and it can gather resources.
Dad,
This is somehow...
Hover scout.
No, selecting the wrong one. Somehow doing that is the least annoying of them all. Because here's the option. Because the other option is you take your pilot, you put him next to the line you want to go on. You tell him to get out of the vehicle.
Hello.
You tell him to
Crystal.
grab the thing you want to put in your vehicle,
Goodbye, land. Hello, sea.
and then you tell him to go back into the vehicle, and you tell him to get out of the vehicle in order to grab the other thing,
Easy
and
there.
so on and so forth.
Easy there.
I told you to
Goodbye,
get inside of
land.
this.
Hello, sea.
As you can imagine,
solid rock.
kind of a pain in the ass. And no, you cannot, in fact, take one of your vehicles, tell him you are now locked, which means you can't do anything. You're just here, you don't do anything. Have another guy that's here grab the things and put everything there. No, you can't. It specifically has to be the guy coming in and out of the vehicle, bringing his resources with him. It is pain.
Go to building.
It is absolute and never-ending pain. You have no idea. Thankfully, water-based maps aren't actually that common, so that's not something we really have to worry about. But on the few that there are, it is something that comes up.
Picking this up, D.
So, you know, yeah.
Solid rock.
With that being said, let's leave. Normally I would have stayed here and grabbed all of the crystals, but as I've said, not really any point.
Wow! You trained a pilot and used a tunnel scout to find our missing rock raider.
But this is also how you get your first unique / canon rock raider, Dox the Geologist. And once you've unlocked him, or at least the first time you unlock him,
Breathless.
you can now go back to your crew manager, and then you can select. You could select him on the among the new options. And in this case,
Hello.
hello. Yes, I speak like this. Yeah.
Never too old.
Hi.
What's up?
Hi.
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 Hello.
Never too
Hi.
old. What's up?
Hello.
Never
Hi.
too
Hello.
old. Never
Hi.
too
Hello.
old.
Certainly.
Absolutely. I don't know why, but I think his voice is hilarious. I don't think I gave him.
Hi.
What's
No.
up?
Hello.
I did
What's
give
up?
Mechano a voice. Genho does not have a voice, I don't think. Did I give Whoops a voice? No.
Never too old. Certainly.
Did give Mechano a voice. No. Genho.
Never too
Hello.
old.
Hi. Got it.
Never
Hi.
too old.
I give him this voice.
Are you ready for some more action? An earthquake has caused several cave-ins. Our scanners detect
Wait, shit, you can't hear the voice because I clicked away. Whoops.
some of your rock raiders should be trained to use dynamite, and others should be trained as geologists at the geological center. You must work quickly to find the lost rock raiders before the air runs out and they are forced to teleport out. Remember that we are still very low on energy crystals, and the teleport station aboard the L.M.S Explorer is not working properly. So if they do have to teleport out, we don't know where they would end up.
I do appreciate the fact that they justify you need to get those guys before they quote unquote die, because any rock raider that die in this game is just teleported away. And here they do tell you, yeah, no, if our teleport station is kind of shit right now, if they have to teleport away, they probably are going to end up in the middle of a lava fountain. So get to it.
Your air supply is running out.
What you can also see is that we don't start with maximum oxygen levels.
Teleport rock raiders to planet?
Thankfully, I think there's like 3 guys that we have to rescue. They don't count as actual miners for the purpose of air drainage. Which is good, because otherwise, oh god.
A landslide has occurred.
Menu. Build power path.
Gonna build a power here. Eh?
Hello, my pretty.
But do they say don't panic?
A landslide has occurred. A landslide has occurred. Undiscovered cavern.
But yeah, like, here we can see undiscovered cavern, but I'm bad at reading. This comes from the few geologists I have on my team, specifically Bobtidu. But I'm bad at reading this, so yeah.
Look what I found.
I never use this.
Okay, this is heavier than it looks.
Canteen.
Teleport pad.
Build a portal here.
I'm taking this with me.
An energy crystal has been found.
Indeed.
Hello. Certainly.
Ah. Get to drilling you. Monkeys.
Heyo.
Acknowledged.
Specifically, you
An
two can
energy
drill
crystal
this.
has been found. An energy crystal has been found.
Cannot dynamite wall.
Most missions are going to have a little something that I don't know if we really seen yet. I
An
think
energy
it's right
crystal
behind
has
this
been
wall.
found.
Or maybe this one here.
Drilling time.
Ah, there it is. This is a recharge sim.
Charge C.
I don't really use them that much, but some buildings or actions will drain energy crystals,
C.
and your raiders have to bring them to the recharge sim in order to recharge them. So that's something that's usually important to
Rubble.
secure, at least to a degree.
Canteen.
Power station.
Power station.
Teleport pad.
Teleport pad.
Priorities. Power station.
Power station.
Drill in the wall.
Look what I found.
Teleport pad.
Why did he just go there?
An energy crystal has been found.
I'm taking this with me.
So while your rock raiders are down the floor, you can't really control them.
Power path.
Ready for orders.
Tool store.
Can't really tell them to
An energy crystal has been found.
move stuff.
Taking this with me.
Look what I
Right
found.
away.
That's annoying. So the reason why I did this is because I wanted someone here to
Tool store.
grab the power crystal closer to them, because otherwise, since he grabbed the power crystal here, he would have brought it all the way here, and nobody would have grabbed the power crystal here, despite the fact that it would have been faster, or that it would have been faster for him to grab the power crystal here, drop it here, and somebody grab it here.
Power station.
It's a bit janky in dealing with multiple good stars, even though that's very important. Sometimes they will still just travel the entire fucking cabin just because, oh yeah, no, it's priorities dictate that they have to go.
Teleport pad. Turn power on.
Oh, I turned power off accident. That's why it was flashing. I was kind of confused.
Increase priority level.
But yeah,
Teleport rock raider to planet.
so I'm gonna just bring in a few more rock raiders. I can level that up. And make me a pump here.
Menu.
As soon as I built it, I can build this. Now it's getting built, I can teleport the rest. No, I'm not particularly worried about air running out. I have plenty of crystals, and the only thing I really need is ore. which I have plenty of.
Solid rock.
Blasting the wall. No,
Solid
no,
rock.
no.
Solid rock. A new cavern has been discovered.
And now we can see they are just grabbing sandwiches here. So, like I said, the canteen isn't as important as you might think.
She's very heavy.
I'm starving.
Nom, 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 nom.
I say trying to figure out a way. Ah no, I'm done.
Go to building.
So something that's really that annoys me a lot is that I'm really bad at selecting the canteen and not the docks.
Canteen.
Usually I grab the docks and wonder why the fuck can I not place the canteen? And no, it's just the docks, which I mean I need water in order to be made. So you know, yeah.
Tool store.
I'm taking this with me.
Upgrade station. Or refinery.
And now I'm going to show off the ore refinery. It's not going to be that important on this map, but it is something that's worth showing off. Because here we have ores, but here we have something else, studs. Studs are refined ore. You can refine ore at a 5 to 1 rate.
This is heavier than it looks.
5 ores give 1 studs. 1 stud. 1 stud is worth 5 ore.
Solid rock.
So you might wonder,
Solid.
so what's actually the point beside like kind of faster construction? Here I think it costs
Or refinery.
20. It will, instead of 20 ore, it means 4 studs. So yeah, I guess it is faster. But is that all there is to it? The answer is no. By upgrading the ore refineries, it says you will take less and less ores in order to produce a stud. I think you can. The max is 3 ore for 1 stud. Stud is still worth 5 ore, so overall you just get 2 3 ores per stud, which is really nice. Especially if you go into the later levels and everything starts costing quite a bit.
Small transport.
Thank you, love.
Small
Where's the loader
transport.
goes up?
Let's clear the way.
This is one of the first quote-unquote real maps.
A landslide has occurred. Support station.
Solid rock.
I'm taking this out.
So I'm gonna basically do my usual setup. Something that's important to know also about transport trucks like this one. They can grab resources, but they can also drop them off at building stations, building spots. Which is very important because
Small
that means they just go a lot things go a lot faster.
teleport pad.
Those numbnuts were not making me the bricks studs.
Upgrade station. Building. Building.
Now I can upgrade you, not yet. Cargo hold. Yeah, well poop.
Teleport pad.
So now, as you can see, he has 2 cargo holds, so that's useful. But he's a bit... I don't know, slow, isn't he? And I don't have enough. Oh, that's annoying. Stats, whatever. Okay, you blow that up, you and you. Read me. Yeah, that's not what I wanted to do.
Rolling this wall.
An energy crystal has been found.
Solid rock.
And as soon as we have enough studs, I am
An energy
upgrading
crystal
him
has
again.
been found.
Or refiner.
Nom, nom, nom. Nom, nom.
Shush. But yeah, basically, this thing is slow as it is, but once it's upgraded, like, damn, that thing just zooms. And I have enough studs in order to show it off.
A new cavern has been
Now
discovered.
upgrade yourself and become speed itself.
Nom, 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 nom.
Solid rock. Solid
It
rock.
doesn't really show yet, but
Upgrade station.
like.
Solid rock.
It goes so fast when it's on the power paths. Hello.
A landslide.
Usually in the later maps, you have a fleet of 3 or 5 of those guys just zooming around the entire map, just grabbing everything.
This is a job for the younger crowd.
Meanwhile, in terms of vehicles, I've never really seen a point in the small digger, I'm not gonna lie. Usually, instead of making a small digger, I just make
Granite.
a
An
granite
energy
grinder
crystal has been found.
or a chrome crusher.
Or refinery. Super teleport.
Okay, so I need to... 2...
Tunnel transport.
I keep hitting the wrong button.
Ruin the wall. I'm taking this.
Which, speaking of, I'm just going to make those vehicles that you're just not really supposed to be using right now. And yeah, I am, in case you're wondering, I am kind of just taking my time here. I don't really have to worry, so...
Good show.
They do, but for like
Small dig.
2 crystals, I prefer to save them.
Mobile laser cutter.
An energy crystal has been found.
Granite.
Mostly so... Oh, I don't have enough
Granite
resources?
grinder.
Like I said, mostly so I can just use a granite grinder. Can you upgrade yourself?
Small transport truck.
Become speed, my child.
Vehicles. Granite grinder.
And now I have a mech suit.
Granite grinder.
It is unfortunately fairly slow, but even so, it's
Teleport
still a
back.
giant mech. Yeah, I get the idea behind the small diggers, but like I said, I don't care much for them. I just prefer to have
Solid rock.
those crystal banked. Granny grinders are important in that they can drill hard rock. Somewhat slowly, but they can. I believe
An energy crystal
small
has been
diggers
found.
technically can also drill hard rock, but it's incredibly slow. To the point where it's just basically not worth it. Oh. Oh, I forgot there was this.
Super teleport. An upgrade building.
But also meanwhile,
Russia.
you can...
A new cavern has been discovered.
Oh, I found the guys. I guess we're not seeing the Chrome Crusher just yet then.
You're getting very good.
I'm getting
Frozen
very good.
frenzy. Scanners aboard the L.M.S Explorer have been monitoring the movement of large, unidentified life forms that appear to be made from ice. We cannot endanger our mining activities and must defend Rock Raider HQ against any possible threat. Protect Rock Raider HQ by using the electric fences. Build up your base and
Wait,
make
hold
sure
on.
it's heavily defended.
I just realized this game has cutscenes.
To the tunnel transport.
Shut. Cutscene has not been playing. And now the entire slug story. The slug story is interesting to me in that it introduces the slugs. However, you don't meet the slugs during during the missions it plays with. You only encounter them much later, which is kind of odd to me. Instead, you encounter rock monsters before slugs. Which is odd, because you'd think slugs, being what they are, would be introduced first. In terms of gameplay, slugs are harmless but incredibly annoying for the reason you're about to witness. They drain energy crystals, and you need to recharge them. However, they don't get as energized as they do here. So those two are absolute idiots. You're about to see why. Behold, two absolute idiots. Don't worry, they're still alive. Oh, reset scene. Nice. Okay, so I did not know you could reset that.
Breathless.
Right, so Frozen Frenzy. Look what I found!
Scanners aboard the L.M.S Explorer have been monitoring the movement of large, unidentified life forms that appear to be made from ice. We cannot endanger our mining activities and must defend Rock Raider HQ against any possible threat. Protect Rock Raider HQ by using the electric fences, and repair any damage that occurs by training some Rock Raiders as engineers. You will need to fend off any attacks and continue to collect energy crystals until we have enough to transport the Chrome Crusher. The tunnel transporter is in a nearby cave waiting to airlift us to a safer cavern, but our only way of reaching it is by drilling through hard rock with a Chrome Crusher or using dynamite to blast our way through. Take care, Rock Raider.
And this is a mission that introduces the Chrome Crusher robots.
Heavily defended.
Your air supply is running out.
Teleport Rock Raider to planet. A landslide has occurred.
I am not going anywhere near that place for now. You're going to see why in a second.
An energy crystal has been found.
A landslide has occurred. Priority. A landslide has occurred.
Yeah, I guess it is, yeah. It is the first time they introduce a bunch of fairly important stuff, including the rock monsters. I will however admit I was kind of surprised the first time I replayed this that rock monsters are introduced. The rock monsters that are introduced first are the ice monsters. Yeah, no, lava of laughter is a pain in the ass to deal with.
A landslide has occurred.
I would consider that there's 3 or so quote-unquote boss missions.
A landslide has occurred. Teleport Rock Raider to planet.
An energy crystal has been found.
Read it here. Yes, you found stuff.
Priority. Landslide has increased priority level. Increased priority level.
Yeah, should be good for now.
teleport pad.
I push that. I make it this here.
Look what I found.
I should be able. Yeah, okay, that works.
Listen to my collection.
I wasn't sure, but I will be able to build the support station here.
Oh, hey, check this out.
A landslide has occurred. Power station.
Pity I do not have enough power for anything right now.
Rubble.
Which means I need to trade for 3 more crystals?
Power station. Support station.
Yeah, 3 or 4 more crystals.
Clear the way. Dad,
Damn it, no crystal here.
hello there.
That's great. I'll have you guys level up.
My legs.
I'm telling them to level up for a fairly simple reason.
A landslide has occurred.
A good day.
They need guns.
Hello there.
I want everyone here to have a gun.
An energy crystal has been found.
Let's grab another can. Grab a can.
Heyo.
Gun.
Hi.
And you already have a
Hi,
gun.
certainly.
Yes,
Do you have a gun? Yes, you have a gun.
acknowledged. Yes,
Who amongst you does not have a gun yet? Okay, I don't know which one of them doesn't have a gun, but he are
Okay, fine.
off to grab one, so. And now that that's done,
good day.
Acknowledge.
Ready for orders.
I'll have you go this way.
Hello there.
Acknowledge.
Rock Raider.
Trouble be gone. Ready to take your
A
orders.
monster has appeared.
A monster has appeared. Shut that bitch.
Solid rock.
Be gone, rubble.
This is why I got them to grab a gun. Because monster. There's 3 types of gun. The laser gun that just does basic damage. The push gun that does virtually no damage, but pushes enemies back. And the ice gun. Of the 3, there's literally only the laser gun and the ice gun that's worth anything.
A landslide has occurred.
Ice gun does huge damage, slows enemies down, but does nothing on ice monsters. But does massive damage against lava monsters.
Solid rock.
So that's what I use on lava maps.
Power station.
And I forgot to boost you.
Or refinery. A landslide has a support station.
You see the station. And
Teleport
use
Rock Raider
that.
to planet. A landslide has occurred.
I can do that.
Power station.
And once that's done, I will be able to just
Solid rock.
make
Tool store.
a tool store.
My pretty.
landslide has occurred.
Time to get tooled.
Priority. A monster has appeared.
Yeah, monsters have appeared.
Solid rock. A fine addition to my collection.
In case you're wondering, oh, are we killing the monster? No, you're just breaking it into smaller pieces, and those smaller pieces just run away.
Upgrade geological center.
So that way, we definitely still PG-13. Good.
A monster has appeared. Support station or refinery.
Oh, this one's very heavy.
And finally, we can make you here.
A monster has appeared.
Here.
Oh, where's a kraken?
Place electric fan. Place electric fan. Priorities. Back.
And now we see electric fence. Electric fence are fairly powerful in that they will one-shot rock monster, lava monster, and ice monsters. In order to use them, however, it's a bit annoying. You need to have a powered building, which the tool store is self-powered, so that's not a problem
Solid rock.
most of the time.
Meant to do that. This wall's getting reinforced.
Cannot upgrade building.
A fine specimen.
You don't sound convinced. Oh, I forgot about that thing. I am also pretty sure monsters can't come out of walls that have been reinforced. So on that front I should be fine.
A fine specimen.
Electric fan. A monster has appeared.
It appears that the electric fence is in fact not powered.
A monster has appeared.
Well, that's fine.
Oh, I'm taking this. Run away! Run away!
Docks. Tool store. Power station. Docks.
Canteen.
Canteens that
Break you down to rubble. Give me that rock.
I know there's a building that lets you quickly set up just electric fences. And I thought it was
Ugh.
Tool store.
the tool store, but it's not.
Fine addition to my
Electric
collection.
fan.
It's not a canteen either.
Ready?
Support station.
Huh.
I'm taking this with me.
Addition to my collection.
Otherwise I'm not gonna question it more than that. Just gonna make more fences.
Upgrade building. A monster has appeared.
Solid rock.
As soon as you have people with guns, most of the monsters aren't particularly dangerous.
This is heavy.
Cannot upgrade building.
So definitely should just
Small
summon
digger.
a digger or a
Small
truck.
transport truck.
Fine specimen.
Back. Picking this
Go
up.
to buildings menu. Small transport truck.
Into my
Except I don't have the energy crystals. I built this too early.
I'm getting too old for
Damn it.
this.
Unit teleported safely. Small transport ship.
You're coming with me. A fine addition to my collection.
The little things here are flashing when the electric fence are energized. Yeah, no wonder I'm struggling with my words. I've been playing for 2 hours. I will end the stream after this mission. I was having fun, so I didn't realize how long it was.
A monster has appeared. Nice monster.
Oh, where's a kraken when you need
Action
one?
station.
Oh, the lifeboats!
And...
Place electric fence. Back.
Oh, oops.
Ow.
Power drop.
Upgrade station.
Upgrade station.
That sheep.
I don't really
Teleport
need
building to the L.M.S Explorer.
that
A monster has appeared.
would free up to...
Unit teleported
I'm
safely.
gonna remove this.
A new cavern
Teleport
has
pad.
been discovered.
Support station. Action station.
No, right.
Goodbye, wall.
A new cavern has been discovered.
A landslide has occurred. Place
Put
electric
in
fence.
here, and here,
An energy crystal has
here,
been found.
and here,
Place electric fence.
here, and one here.
A landslide has
Out.
occurred.
Pesticide.
A landslide.
This is a mess of electric fences, but it should cover the entirety of this
Here to
area.
carry these.
Ooh,
A landslide has occurred. A landslide has occurred.
Yes.
Place electric fence. A landslide has occurred. A monster has appeared. A landslide has occurred.
Oh,
actually I don't have to worry about that.
strategic retreat.
A landslide has occurred. Planet. Go to buildings menu. Small digging.
That's great, I'll make a small digger, see how that goes.
Action stations. Priorities.
A new cavern has been discovered.
Geological center.
An energy crystal has been found.
Connect one here. And put it here in order to blow it.
My bricks are getting brittle. Ugh.
A new cavern has been discovered.
Cardio is
A
the
landslide
worst.
has occurred. Build power path.
Hello,
Unit
yes.
teleported safely.
I forgot about those. Whoops.
Small digger. Get out of vehicle. Power path. Rock Raider. Rock Raider.
What are you
Ready for
doing?
takeoff.
A
Swiftly.
landslide has occurred.
Okay, never mind, you can just go in there.
Teleport pad. A landslide has occurred. Small digger. A monster has appeared.
Oh, I'm taking this.
An energy crystal has been found.
Run away! Run away!
Can somebody build me my power path, please?
A monster has appeared. Building.
An energy crystal has been found.
All things.
So this is annoying because the monster is going to eat all of the crystals, and if it runs away, we lose the crystals. However, if we do manage to kill him before it runs away,
An energy crystal
we
has
get
been
those back.
Solid rock.
From the looks of it, we have managed to defeat it, so that's not going to be an issue.
Building.
Why do I know? Huh?
Priorities.
Why am I not finishing the building? The fuck?
Solid rock.
What else brainlets doing?
Loose rock.
Fuck? What? What are they doing?
A monster has appeared.
I am genuinely confused here. Good orientation. None of them are even going to build the thing. What? I have 47 half. Why are you?
Small transport truck.
What are you?
Oh,
Grab this. What?
A monster has appeared.
Drop it here, you idiot.
Increase priority level.
And now he is going to take care of it, I think. No, he's... What are they...
Action station.
What in the world are those people doing?
Solid rock.
Huh?
Unit teleported safely. Or refinery. A monster.
Never mind, I'm not going to question it.
Back. Teleport rock raider to planet. Teleport pad.
I'm just going to hurt my head if I try to wrap my head around how this AI handles things sometimes.
Solid rock. Solid rock.
Cause like something broke the AI here. I think it was me calling an alert. It definitely just broke part of the game and nobody was taking care of it.
Solid rock. Solid rock. Solid rock.
What? Okay, so he at least is going to finish it. Finally.
All mobile laser
This game, I like it, but sometimes...
A monster has appeared.
Where? Oh, yeah. Yeah.
A monster has appeared.
So you can upgrade yourself. Oops.
An energy crystal has been found.
See here, more speed. So very close. I'm going to make.
More transfer. More digger.
Sure, I'll make another small
A
transfer.
monster has
Like
appeared.
another second small digger.
Teleport Rock Raider to planet.
Eh,
A landslide has occurred.
you're entirely right.
An energy crystal has been found.
And honestly,
A
that's
landslide has occurred.
an insult to rocks.
Small transfer truck.
An energy crystal has been found.
Go to buildings menu.
My Kraken!
A landslide has occurred. Unit teleported safely.
Solid rock.
No, my small digger.
A monster has appeared. Action stations. Teleport pad.
Building.
Granite grinder. Small digger.
Small digger.
Upgrade station. Vehicle. Chrome Crusher.
And fuck it, Chrome Crusher. So this is that guy. This is the ultimate vehicle.
Chrome Crusher.
Chrome Crusher can shoot laser beams. I don't actually do much, if you ask me.
Reinforced wall.
I mean, I don't hate them, but it's kind of meh. What it can do is drill through hard rocks like it's nothing.
A monster has appeared.
An energy crystal has been found.
Action stations. A landslide
Now
has
let me
occurred.
keep doing that.
Action stations.
Power drop.
I want speed.
A landslide has occurred. A monster has appeared.
Oh shit, I forgot about that.
Place electric fan. Place electric fan.
Loose rock.
Kind of forgot I could start spawning from here. Not gonna lie.
A landslide has occurred.
An energy crystal has been found.
When do don't I have another
An energy
transport?
crystal
Yes.
has been found. An energy crystal has been found.
Chrome Crusher.
I keep running here. Well, the exit to the level is right around the corner, I
A
think.
monster has appeared. A landslide has occurred.
Not sure where exactly, but we should be
An
just
energy
about
crystal
done
has
here.
been found.
Yeah, okay. So the fact that this is reinforced means that, yeah, we just
Undiscovered
done.
Energy crystal has been found.
Undiscovered cavern. Undiscovered
Well
cavern.
done.
Has
You
been
have
found.
uncovered the cavern containing the tunnel transporter. This will now take all of your rock raiders to safety.
I don't want to finish. I wanted to show off the transport. Never mind.
Got the tunnel transport just in time. Good going. Mission complete.
So yay. All in all, in a single streaming session, we finished like nearly a third, a bit over a third actually, of the levels. This is going to slow down considerably as we approach the end of the campaign, but that gives you a decent idea of what Rock Raider is, I think. And sorry about the lack of commentary toward the end. I was just tired and was focusing on finishing the mission fairly quick.
Arrowed works.
The next two missions are some of them are annoying ones. Erode Works is the first mission to introduce erosion, which is a bit of a pain in the ass, but not too much.
What a lot of fun.
Chief is lying. This is not what a lot of fun. This is what a lot of pain. When I mentioned the map that was kind of infuriating due to how dealing with just the way transporting things across the water worked, that's the map. And this is also the map that is made so much easier by knowing that you can just build two lusters across the map and still be able to pull stuff out of them, even from a pool of from a general pool. It makes this map so much easier and so much faster. Like I spent, I think, 14 minutes or so on it the first time around. I doubt it's going to take me more than 20 minutes, if even that, this time around. But anyway.